The government of the Gambia in utter dismay at the spread of fake news in the Gambia regarding the government's acceptance of Catalonia. The community of Gunjur inaugurates a museum meant to preserve the community's cultural traits. Government is committed to improving your lot. Youth and Sports Minister Henry Gomez tells youths of LRR and CRR. Nigerians join forces to fight corruption in Africa's most populous nation. And Ethiopians enjoy a rare room in textile trade, with the industry providing job opportunities for tens of thousands of people. Well, now viewers, these and more coming ahead in this half hour. I am Tenenjite. And now the news in detail. Well, we begin with a press release from the Ministry of Information and Communication and Infrastructure on the fake news on social media, falsely stating that the Gambia has recognized Catalonian Declaration of Independence. The statement reads, the government of the Gambia would like to express its utter dismay about the fake news circulating in the social media of purportedly reporting that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of the Gambia has recognized the Declaration of Independence by Catalonia. This report is not only untrue but misleading. This report is not only untrue, I repeat, but also misleading and a misrepresentation of the official position of the government and people of the Gambia. The Gambia and the Kingdom of Spain, the release went on, has long-standing bilateral relationship and friendship based on mutual respect. This relationship, which is based on respect for each other's sovereignty, continues to grow from strength to strength. Therefore, the government of the Gambia strongly disassociates itself from the misleading information and reiterates that we hereby renew our commitment to a united Spain and hope that the Spanish people will find an amicable solution to this unfortunate impasse. And the release ends. The Ministry of Youth and Sport has told the youth of the Lower River Region and Central River Region that government is ready to support them in building better lives. Minister Henry Gomez was speaking as he wrapped up his tour of the region. Bab Gosengo has more of that report.
Henry Gomez continued his nationwide tour with meetings in rural Gambia. Here the minister and aides had open dialogue with youths and sports administrators of Lower River Region. And shortly after his discussion with youths and governor of the region, the minister also presented sporting materials to the Regional Sports Committee.
I would want to inform the Honorable Minister that in Lower River Region, sports is not left with the gentlemen alone. We have girls that are into sports, into football and all other sporting activities.
The minister and team later inspected youth and sports offices in the area. From LRR, the youth and sports delegation drove to Central River Region and Upper River Region, where he held similar meetings with the youths of the region.
Young people are our investment. It's the young people that we have. Everything that we do, every effort that government does is to mainly address the needs of the young people so that we create a future for us that is going to be very sustainable.
Young people of the region took time to discuss issues of concern affecting their development.
We have a lot of footballers here, we have a lot of people that are involved in different sporting fraternities. But these individual problems are taking us backward instead of forward.
You are the youth of URA, and you should get ready to make URA what it should be. Not only sport-wise, but in all avenues. It's your region. Some of us are here to help you make it what it should be tomorrow. We'll one day leave. But most of you are citizens and will continue to live in this region, whether it is good or bad.
Responding to their concerns, Minister Gomez assured them of government's commitment to youth development.
We are going to make a report about the good and bad side of this store, and also what we have learned and what we have seen and also the problems of the sport in this country, and also the problem of the youth of this country.
Young people will be hoping to see a more promising response to their call from the ministry. For GRTS News, this is Babukar Senghor.
GRTS Gambia, in collaboration with Al-Bashar International Foundation, has begun a free eye care treatment in Bakwate. The annual event targeted the needy and the less privileged within the society. Henrietta Jallo has more in this report.
As early as 8 a.m., patients had already came in their numbers to access free eye treatment courtesy of Direct Aid at the African Muslim Agency's clinic in Bakote. Direct Aid officials hailed the partnership with Al-Bashar Foundation that dates back decades and expressed appreciation to their head office in Kuwait for facilitating the gesture.
We've been doing it many years in collaboration with Al-Bashar, and we will continue to give out to Gambians. Last year, we were at the same place. And this year is also, and last year, the operation was 100% successful. Alhamdulillah, as we speak here today, we've not got any complaint from anybody from last year's operation and all the other previous years that we did.
We wanted to thank all the people, starting from Kuwait, the head office and the region. Also, we thank Mr. Abdullah, the country director. We wanted to give special thanks to the man who donated this program. His name is Mr. Salim Al-Mazrou. We wanted to give him and tell him thank you from all Africa, all the people here in Africa. We tell him very thank you, and also we hope inshallah the program continue.
The team leader Fakhruddin Takhan said the exercise started smoothly as he hailed the proper coordination by Direct Aid and the cooperation of the patients.
We have started our screening this morning. A good number of patients have been seen, and nearly 175 have been selected for the surgery also. And this service will continue for next 5 days. It is the objective of the organization of Al-Bashar International Foundation to provide the eye care service at the doorstep of the needy. Our initial target is to check around 5,000 people, and the surgery target is about 500.
The beneficiaries, some of whom were given medicine, some glasses, whilst others have to undergo operations, we are appreciative of this life-changing development that enables them regain their sight.
This is the first time I benefit because I've been going to Selakuna Health Center for the past 8-9 months, and I've been referred every time. But today, fortunately for me, I hope it will be extracted today.
My husband had this the cataract, and so he was going on treatment at the eye clinic in Kanifing. I hope that maybe he'll be able to have the treatment. That's what we are waiting for. But because of the information, I'm convinced, and what I've seen here, I'm sure that we'll be able to have a successful result.
The free eye treatment service, expected to last for 5 days, is one of a range of humanitarian interventions in the country by Direct Aid. Khadija Jallo, reporting for GRTS News.
And now viewers, Bibakala Jula Trading, a business entity based in the United Kingdom, recently donated office furniture and wheelchairs to 3 institutions as part of their contribution towards national development. Kumaba was at the presentation ceremony, and she filed in this news report.
Contribution towards national development. The Bibakala Jula Trading Limited donated second-hand computers, furniture and wheelchairs to 3 institutions, namely Fatu Network, the Ministry of Defense and Bansang Hospital. This, according to the manager, Sankum Saho, the donation is to complement government's efforts.
We feel very elated to be part of the development process of the Gambia. We feel the country needs support from all the angles, from all the private sector to even private citizens. So that is why the owner of this business, Sana Saho, he is residing in UK. He felt the need to contribute his quota.
Bibakala Jula is a registered business entity and a charitable organization based in the United Kingdom, which has been rendering series of support to various institutions across the country.
This is not the first time we are giving donation here. We have given to Dabankunda Lower Basic School, and now Fatu Network and Armed Forces. This is always our pride.
Fatou Kamara, a beneficiary, expressed appreciation for the noble gesture, noting that this will better equip her library.
And today we have received about 10 computers, we've received office desk, chairs and other stuff. So we would like to say thank you. And just a few days ago we also received some bales of clothing. Thank you very much for donating to our worthy cause. And I've seen that you've also donated to the Army, the Gambia Armed Forces. Like you said, security is paramount, and these are also people that we should look out for.
Receiving the items on behalf of Bansang Hospital, Sajo Kanyi said the intervention will help improve the hospital's service delivery.
This hospital has been serving quality health services to the people of not only CRR but also URR and also the neighboring countries. So any donation that is geared towards that hospital will definitely go to the needy people, and we really appreciate it. So on behalf of the CEO and the staff and management of the hospital, I want to thank you that the donated items will be put into good use, and let this not be the first. Because hospitals are always in need of resources, you know. Whatever you can give to the hospital, be rest assured, if it is given to them, it will be put into good use. So I want to thank you very much.
This is the latest presentation by the Biba Kalajula Trading Limited, and they have assured their continuous commitment to support more institutions to enhance their advancement. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Kumaba.
Well, now from charity work we go to arts and culture. After close to a decade's work, the Kombo South community of Gunjur has commissioned its village museum. The initiative, as Modubajan reports, is among a host of things aimed at preserving as well as bettering the area's tourism and cultural heritage.
Tourism area that it is, the Kombo South settlement of Gunjur is enhanced with a village museum. The museum is located at a perhaps diverse environmental setup, and as its founder Lamin Bojang explains, this is done to furnish visitors with a multidimensional view of the community. As indicated by tourism and culture officials, among them National Center for Arts and Culture's Hausum Sise, the museum will be of great importance in developing the area's cultural heritage.
Now, museum is also important because it's going to help preserve the history and culture of Gunjur, a very old settlement. Okay, that much I know, from the history. It's one of the oldest settlements in Gambia. Has a very, very strong Islamic heritage. Dating even the times of Fodesila. Until he was captured and exiled in 1893. He ran his Islamic state from Gunjur here. So this is a community which has a very, very strong history and culture. So this museum will...
We as a government, we want to encourage you to say thank you very much for your wonderful initiative. The government of the Gambia, under the able leadership of Adam Barrow, has always recognized the efforts of regenerating our culture and the cultural heritage around the country. It is for this reason that anywhere a cultural heritage could be found, we would definitely try to rejuvenate it and make sure it is accessible to the general population.
With Gunjur's emergence as an ecotourism hotspot, stakeholders such as David White applauded the endeavor.
I first met Lamin Bojang 8 years ago. He wanted to promote his idea of the museum. I felt I had to stop him from giving away his most valuable asset, which is his knowledge. We arranged his first trip the very next day, and it was a big success. So the journey of getting to this day has been a long and full of great individuals and organizations.
Also speaking at the event, Fatou Bojang and Gunjur resident Bai Bojang noted the significance of the project in educating future generations on the history of the settlement.
As we all know, circumcision is now banned in the country, but it's something that younger generations that are coming need to know about it, so that they should know what has happened before as some form of education to them. So I'm very glad to be here. Lamin has done so many things, and if you go around the museum, you can testify on that.
During a conducted tour of the site, Lamin Bojang, who is also a bird watcher, dilated on the medicinal and related values of some of the trees.
This is a hammercock nest. It take them 6 months to build this nest. Yeah. And this one is called African copal tree. They call it a chura. It's an incense tree. It's with a lot of resin in it. Even if it's smell about, you can see it and make a churai out of it. And people believe that you can chase witchcraft away from us. So people have to believe in that, and spirits, just those spiritual powers.
Happening amid the beginning of a highly expected successful tourist season, the Gunjur Village Museum is believed to be well poised to facelift the community's cultural heritage alongside socio-economic development. Modu Bajan reporting for GRTS News.
Well done to the team, and with that, viewers, we'll take a break. When we return, we'll take a look at sports news. Do stay with us, we'll be right back.
Imagine your staff not having to worry about having credit when they need to make an important work-related call. Well, QCell's Closed User Group service gives you and them that peace of mind. QCell's Closed User Group CUG is an affordable and efficient way for businesses and organizations to reduce their communications costs whilst increasing efficiency at the same time. Whether your business is small, medium, or large, the QCell's Closed User Group service has different packages to suit your budget and gives you a choice of plans that can include a QCell SIM card and Samsung mobile phones, or just a SIM card. You can get the QCell CUG service for as low as $100 a month per user for unlimited calls within your closed user group. Call our CUG sales team today on 333-3127. That's 333-3127, and they will visit your office to highlight the great range of plans and mobiles. QCell's Closed User Group, making communications easier. QCell, Sunyu Sim, Sunyu Boss. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back, and in sports, world cross-country champion Geoffrey Kamworor is on a mission to atone for his disappointment at the World Athletics Championship in London. The Kenyan elite athlete has his eyes firmly on the top prize at the next week's New York City Marathon. Well, CGTN Sadiq Saban has more in this report.
Business. A ritual that begins at dawn for these Kenyan athletes training at the Global Athletics Camp. This is currently the most sought-after training park, training for the New York Marathon and other races abroad. It attracts both elite and upcoming athletes due to the presence of Geoffrey Kamworor.
Since World Championship, I've been training for this marathon, and so far so good. My training is going on well. I have no any injuries, I have no problem. My training is going on well, and I'm focusing for a great result in New York.
His season was nearly ended by heartbreak after failing to medal at the World Championships in London. He faded to 6th in the 10,000 meters. It is that disappointment that threw him back to the drawing board. This 40-kilometer long-run session is the ultimate endurance test that separates the elite from the rest. He knows it will be a tough field in New York.
Say for me, I'm used to a very challenging field, or a light field. So for me, I knew they have, for those who are running in New York, they have prepared very well, same as me. And I know when we are in New York, it's about competition, and anyone can run his own or our own race. So for me, I can say I'm really prepared, and I'm going for it.
Despite recently defending his world cross-country title in Uganda in March, Kamworor is still a hungry man. He's chosen to take out his frustrations in training, leaving behind the London heartbreak. It's been an uphill task, but he's getting support from his mentor, Eliud Kipchoge.
And I remember last time as we were talking, I just told him that you just go to Berlin, you conquer, it's your time, and then when it's my time to go to New York, I'll do the same. So I think the ball is on my side, and I'm sure sometimes he calls me to encourage me.
Kamworor will be taking a second stab at the Big Apple. His last appearance wasn't good enough to dislodge Stanley Biwott from the podium.
2015 I ran in New York and I was second. So for now I can say I have a bit of experience, and I've learned more from people like Eliud. So I can say I'm going for a great result in New York.
In their last endurance training before the marathon, Kamworor led the entire group, almost making it looking like a walk in the park. Done and dusted, their preparations in Kenya is now over. They can only freshen up before their flight to the US. Sadiq Shaban, CGTN, Eldoret, Kenya.
Well, time now for another quick break, but first, Do you know the most corrupt country in the world? We'll find out after the break. Welcome back. Nigeria, where a civil movement called to curb corruption has been gaining momentum. Transparency International ranks the country as one of the most corrupt in the world, but analysts say it can get better. Well, GRTS Sophie Adengo reports from the Nigerian capital, Abuja.
In protest at this daily sit-in, calling for Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari to take a tougher stand on those stealing from the government.
What we are asking that the president do is that since he came in on the mandate that he's going to fight corruption, so now that there are many corruption cases here and there, what we expect of a man who is sincere to his words and to his mandate is to indeed fight the corruption he has promised to fight.
Nigeria's anti-corruption agency, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, known as the EFCC, claims the government is committed to ensuring financial accountability, acting against corrupt officials placed in public office with swift investigation, and introducing major reforms like a whistleblower policy which encourages anonymous reporting of those suspected in mismanagement of public funds and assets.
This luxury home that once belonged to a senior government official has been seized by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on allegations of corruption, and there are many more like these around the city.
Some political analysts agree the fight in curbing corruption has made significant strides, but will require more time to increase its effectiveness.
I have the confidence that the governance processes would improve, and the results of the fight against insurgency and the fight against corruption will lead to a better society.
Civil society groups like this say they see little of the country's wealth going towards public goods and vow to continue to confront top government officials who steal with impunity, calling on the government to deliver on a promise to clean up corruption. Sophia Dengo for CGTN, Abuja, Nigeria.
And now to Ethiopia. Ethiopia is enjoying a boom in its textile and garments industry that has brought many technology and jobs to the economy, once based almost entirely on agriculture.